So why you? Yeah. Why
yeah. So for me, once you sort of open your eyes, you allow for the possibility that this is true.
And that's huge. That's an enormous
That was
thing.
a big, yeah. So once I sort of allowed for that possibility, and then you start reading things. And then, so the big thing for me was, so I was a Methodist. John Wesley founded the Methodist Church. John Wesley was an Anglican. The Anglican Church was Catholic, except for a dude that wanted to divorce his wife. That wasn't a good enough, like looking at that, I was like, that's just really not a good enough reason to throw an entire religion out the door. And that led me to go, why, so I'm looking at the Bible, right? That as a Protestant, you're like, well, it's the Bible. And then you go, but where did we get the Bible? We got the Bible from a group of Catholics who got together, asked the Holy Spirit to help them, and put this group of books together. And so if I trusted that group of people, that the Holy Spirit was leading them way before the Protestant Reformation came along, when did they stop being right? And who decided they stopped being right? So once I sort of, the authority thing, once I sort of accepted that Christ had established this church, the church was led to lead to all truth, the church gave us the scriptures, once I accepted that, everything else really just fell in line for me. Once I was ready to accept that the church was true and they had the authority.
I guess the single biggest thing that I kept wanting the more I read about it was the Eucharist. That every time I picked up another book, like anything by Scott Hahn or Mark Shea, or it was all the source and summit of our faith, and the idea of the God of the universe being there presented for us. It blew me away, and I wanted it real bad.
Had you? I'm certain that as a Free Will Baptist, you would have celebrated the Lord's Supper occasionally.
In my church, it was quarterly, 4 times a year. Right, even though there was a little table at the front that said "Do this in remembrance of me." But I would go to other churches, of course, and they would have it once a month or something like that.
Yeah, I think our Methodist church did it once a month usually.
And occasionally go to this Catholic church where they did it every single time. How could anyone put up with that mundane